Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll get started on our next multiplayer matchup. Now, the first part of this match is with the old patch, and then it converted over a couple turns into the match, so you'll see actually both things on this one. But this is going to be the Firecast Outpost Strategic Command, 2,000 points. I'm playing as the Astra Militarum, and we're playing against the Blood Angels. 2,000 point army size, 8 turn limit with an 80 point target. So we'll see what we can do here to play against the Space Marines. But I've got our forces, so I have a tank commander, 2 of them here, to try to buff up our Rogaldorns, because what I want to try to do is shoot from range to be able to snipe out heavy plasma incinerators and sanguinary guard. Have a follow up with a Lehman Russ to be able to nuke any infantry that will be coming after me. And then I have some sentinels with the heavy flamers that you saw there to help me take out any assault infantry that might be coming for me. And then I have I had like 35 I think extra points left, so I ended up getting some basic infantry with the bayonets there to just try to hold the line. And then I'm just going to send a single sentinel over there with the heavy flamer to hold the position. I'm debating about whether I want to send another one over there, because it's going to take at least 2 full flame attacks to take out a death company, and that definitely seems to be the meta that most people are using against the Astra Militarum, because if you give them the hand flamers, they'll stack up all those black rage stacks, and then even with their melee attacks they just do insane amount of damage to the heavy armor, and they would still be really good against infantry too. So that definitely seems to be the best way to go about it, and it really works out well. So I think this is actually one of the few matchups where it makes a lot of sense to do death companies over the regular assault marines with their crack grenades, because usually the assault marines crack grenades makes it more worth it, in addition to them having their bonus attack, bonus damage and hit chances. It usually works out in their favor for them to be more powerful and not to spend the increased money. But on this matchup, that's definitely not the case. So it's just going to be a lot of jockeying, I think, for positions, because you just know your opponent is going to be bringing a bunch of jump infantry. I would say a lot of people also bring assault terminator, the assault terminators with the Thunderhammer, because you can just warp right in the back of a lot of these tanks. Now, post-patch, they have lower minimum ranges, so you can still sometimes shoot into the Terminator, so it's not just going to totally lock every tank into position and stop them from being able to attack. But it still can be really a bad thing to happen to you if you don't have a good diversity of units, because you still need to have everybody kind of touching if you're going to try to get the battle line doctrines to be buffing all your guys to get the bonus damage, increase momentum gains, all that kind of fun stuff. Now, I think these Rogaldorns are really good against the Blood Angels. Now, they're expensive, but the fact that they just have so much range, they're good against armor, they've got some decent splash, they have very good accuracy. I mean, it's just all this stuff together just makes it worthwhile. And then I did give the tank commander here a heavy flamer. I kind of rushed through the start here because I had to get to work, so I didn't get to do the full enough time to leave a summary for me to go through everything that we had brought there. But I ended up giving these guys the heavy flamers for their side weapons. That way, if I do get jumped prematurely and kind of fail to keep some distance, then hopefully I can get some more kills going to stop the assault marines from just liquidating my forces. So he does have a predator here. Interesting. So I guess his thought is he was thinking I was going to have some guardsmen maybe, and so he's bringing this force out. Yeah, see, here's the death company. Surprisingly, they don't have hand flamers though. Alright, sanguinary guard, always a good, or sanguinary priest I mean, always a good option. Oh, he's actually going to use a librarian dreadnought to try to charge in here and attack me. Fascinating. I don't see many people do that. Unfortunately for him, looks like all my guys are just about going to land their attack, so now he oh my gosh, what is this guy doing? Alright, well, he's going to let me kill his commander, I guess. Well, that's going to be huge, because now it's like I've almost killed his Librarian Dreadnought and his Lieutenant, and he spent a bunch of money to get him the Thunderhammer here. So those are going to be some big wins, and then that is his commanders. Then if I just snipe the Sanguinary Priest, unless he's got multiple or a Tech Priest back there, then he's not going to have any command points left. Yeah, that'll be huge for us, because I don't have to worry about backline Assault Marine drops. Yep, Sanguinary Guard with the axes makes perfect sense. I assume he's got heavy play. Yeah, so he's got multiple. Yeah, so he's got lots of HQ units. Wow, he's really overextending himself, though. Yeah, those guys don't have hand flamers either. Alright. Well, he does have more spots than I do, so I guess he hasn't totally wasted his attacks, but I definitely want to kill this lieutenant here. Alright, so now effectively he's not going to be gaining any command points this turn, because I'm going to try to kill as much as possible. He's up to 200 health, so I guess that means those attacks that were all landing attacks were not really landing their attacks. I'm not quite sure what was happening there. Why he has so much health right now. Oh, and I got a glancing hit. I don't know what it is about these tank commanders and their glancing hits.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
Let's see here. Well, I do need to kill this Dreadnought. So I think what I'm going to do is the Rogaldorn should have a good amount of damage against the Librarian, so definitely more than you do with your tank. So I'm going to bring you over to here, have you shoot your blast cannon. Okay, good shot. And boy, if I could get both of you over here to flame this group of infantry, that would be huge. Because this guy's pretty much hosed. I would really like to focus on taking out the Death Company guys. Because really, the Intercessors I'm not so worried about. They're not going to do much against my vehicles. So maybe if I bring him up to there, it'll protect the rear of my Sentinel. If he attacks it and he kills it, it'll explode. And maybe if he doesn't move his guys out of position, that'll make it so he won't take as much damage. And if he does blow up, then it may allow me to do additional damage. And then by angling your guys like this, it gets 3 attack squares. Now, unfortunately, it'll be like 50% attacks on the 2 at the weird angles here, but it'll be full on the square that you're selecting. But this should help me really space out quite a bit of damage here. I wonder if you could get the kill. It doesn't look like it because it's only 46 to 62. Yeah, so he's got 8 health left.
Ready to win the war, sir. Wherever you need us.
I doubt you're gonna do damage. Yeah, it's not enough armor, or he's got too much armor. If I bring you up to here, yeah, that was huge. Oh, he does have heavy plasma incinerators. Okay, I should have guessed. It feels kind of like overkill to waste my attack there. Shoot here. I could just attack with the heavy bolter here. That should be able to get the kill. And I'll run you over, and if you get out of the blast... Oh, I should have moved them sooner. I was too slow with my movement, so I couldn't get them out of the zone of control there. Alright, so like the 50% attacks were not enough to kill, but now we've almost weakened 3 different units there. Let's see. So, if I move you up here... If you can land this Punisher cannon, that'll kill the Sanguinary. Oh, no, it won't. Alright, I thought that was going to get the kill. Alright, let's move you up to here. That's not good damage. Alright. An attempt was made.
Got your armor right here, sir.
I'll get you your extra action. And I think I want to kill these heavy plasma incinerators for sure, because they will do a ton of damage even with only two models in the squad. I still do have my Punisher here, so we'll move you up, and I think that should be enough to just focus down the Sanguinary Priest here. Yep. Nice. And then the question is, if I bring you up to here, and I can use that Pulverizer Cannon again, if you happen to land the attack on the other one, that should get the kill. And it does. Nice. So that's huge. So now we've taken out two of the most dangerous units that are after us. Now I just gotta focus down some of these melee guys. If I do the heavy bolter at 72, you should probably get the kill here, right? Oh, almost. I mean, we got the Predator over there. I think I'd want to have you attack here, because then he's got to start making decisions about whether he's going to heal his priest or try to save some of these other units here. My tank commanders are way back here, unfortunately. Which means I'm not going to be buffing those other tanks here. But maybe if I push you over to here, this will kind of keep your rears protected. We've got this stuff together. No matter how I position those guys, they're going to get their rear attacked. So maybe I don't... Ah, of course you can't quite reach. You could attack here and it looks like you're going to do some damage. That's not a bad option. I'll have to remember that in the future, that that's viable. Alright, so I just ended the turn. I assume he's going to come down here and throw a frag grenade on our guys. Nice. Although I suspect he'll probably just shoot. Yeah, he's just going to shoot. Alright, so that's down. And even though it showed the explosion, he must have moved them fast enough that they didn't get the damage there. Oh. Or maybe it did? I don't know what happened there exactly. One of those mystery unsync things. Yeah, so he's going to body block this. He's sending his death company over to this side. So he's trying to rush that point over here. Not quite sure what he's doing with the Sanguinary Priest here. Boy, he's got a lot of infantry with him. Alright. So while the points are definitely in his favor right now, in terms of getting kills... Oh, see, now the patch has happened. So now it's changed how that ability worked out here. So now I'm going to get plus 100% shots. But I was like, am I going to really do that? Because I kind of feel like that's cheating. Because I already got the free attacks, didn't I? With the last turn here. It's like I can run you over here to start flaming those guys down. I can just run you over here. And I'm going to have you just kill the Sanguinary Priest, because I assume this is his last HQ unit. And if it is, now he doesn't have those points anymore.
Awaiting your orders.
And you should be able to get some damage here. Let's have you just kill the Death Company.
Moving to the battle line.
And I'm going to pull him back, and I'm going to pull you up to here. And this should allow you to hold this position, because now I need to, for sure, protect these points to make sure I don't get myself into trouble. If I run up here, next turn I should be able to capture it. If I run over here, I can flame those guys. If I run over here, I can start to get a little bit closer. And I think I'm just going to pull back here, because if he pulls the Predator back, then I'm good no matter what. Oh, I can't believe you missed that.
Can't talk. Got a battle to win.
Alright, and now we've got this situation here. I don't think I want to sacrifice your attack to get that movement for one turn. I was kind of hoping to attack the Death Company, because that's who's going to hurt me the most. I guess we'll just... Well, if I move... Let's move you over here. Because there's 3 points in question over here.
Firing.
Ah, should have gone for the other ones, I guess.
What next, sir?
Search and destroy.
Alright, so now he's got another turn where he's got more points than me. If I come over here, I can start flaming these guys down. Although I would think 2 Death Company and Intercessors would probably be able to kill the Sentinel next turn, which means he might capture it back from me. So I'm definitely going to have to bring these tank commanders over there to start charging. Grenade? Yeah, grenade. That's what I would do too. Follow-up grenade? Nope.
Cowards.
Praise the Emperor for these plates.
Alright, that wasn't so bad. They're doing their bonus damage.
Praise the Emperor for these plates.
Yeah, see, here come the melee. How bad? I don't know why the camera just focused to somewhere else there. What the hell's going on here? Oh, he blocked himself there. Nice. Alright, that's huge for us. So that's actually going to save those guys.
Got your armor right.
Alright, so now we're here. How do I want to do this?
Win the war, sir.
We'll come over here, capture this point, because he shouldn't be able to take it back even with the Predator's increased movement ability, since he's all the way over here now. I could have the heavy bolter attack. I can bring you over to here, and then you could flame. I can bring you up to here, and then you can shoot into those Death Company. If I bring you to here, then maybe we can kill the Intercessors. No, not even close.
Armor rolling out.
Should have guessed that was probably a little too optimistic. Alright, you almost got him. I could do this. There you go. He's down.
Battle to win. Rogel Dawn crew ready.
Now, I'm sure you're probably screaming like, why are you not using his extra attack? But again, I feel kind of weird about just stacking those double attacks since the patch was released into our match here.
Armored Sentinel ready.
So I kind of feel like that would be unfair for me to get back-to-back extra attacks.
Got your armor right here, sir.
I guess the question is do I feel strong enough that you guys are going to be able to hold the line over here?
Ready to win the war, sir.
Let's move you up, and then I can shoot into these guys.
Firing.
Alright, those guys are down. That's huge for us.
Wherever you need us.
Let's move you over to here. And probably shoot into these guys. It's higher chance to hit.
Firing primary cannon.
Of course, I had to go after all the guys that are already injured. Alright, we'll move you up to here. Take this. So now it's 4 into my favor.
Wherever you need us.
63. 72, 85. Ugh. I should have just killed him. I was thinking, oh, if I can do more damage, then it might be more worth my time by taking out potentially up to 3 models instead of the 2, but that was definitely a mistake. Alright, let's do... Actually,
What next, sir?
you guys could probably just kill him with your melee attack here. Because he doesn't exactly have a bunch of health right now.
Hold them off!
There you go. Now those are free actions, so I wonder if I moved you. Can we get him back far enough to damage these guys?
On the way.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly very good here. Eh, you're doing some things. And I guess I'll have you shoot onto the Predator. Alright, good hit. Miss. Grazing shot.
Right, you on it.
Move you up to get these guys into melee.
And Imperium!
Whose day are we ruling today, sir?
You can't move anymore. 1 kill and you'll be able to surge.
Armored Sentinel,
You're
ready.
over here.
I've
He'll
got
be able to
everything.
kill you next turn, most likely.
Rogel Dawn crew ready.
You've captured that. With him not having any commander units, I think I can probably just start pulling you over towards the center here. And you can... I doubt you're going to be able to get all the way over there to capture that point. I'll probably have to do it with a Rogel Dorn.
Got your armor.
Yeah.
We'll get him back.
Alright. Oh, alright. Well, he can concede. I guess that's the other option that could have happened there. I mean, I think it was pretty clear that we were going to win. You know, we took out a lot of his army here. It was definitely a very unusual force selection, but as you can see, our tank commanders and everything actually did a pretty decent job with their accuracy. The Rogel Dorns weren't great with their accuracy, but that was really due to my poor unit selection. The Lehman Russ, because it was a Punisher, only has like a 50% accuracy, and I had it just in extreme ranges for its weapons, so that should have been higher. The Armored Sentinels will always be 100% accuracy, and then the Guardsmen and stuff will just be kind of lower range and 100% at their melee most likely. So overall, it was a pretty overwhelming victory, but I think this might be a newer player just with his force selection here. But the big thing is now post-patch is it really reworks how the tank commander works. So now, instead of that pulverize them giving you AoE with your attack for the 2 AP, it now creates 100% attacks with all weapons that a unit has. So say the Rogel Dorns, who have 3 to 4 extra weapons, they can get 100% extra attacks with all those things. So they'll do double attacks with the main cannon, double attacks with the pulverizer cannon or the castigator, double attacks with the heavy bolter or multi-melta or whatever weapon you give it there, and then the bolter as well. I can't think of what it's called off the yeah, I can't whatever that weak bolter is. So that would be a lot of extra shots, and that could have been helpful when we were trying to take out those sanguinary priests. But overall, again, the intercessors I think are almost always the wrong choice to bring along, because I just never find them to work for me. For the same points, the assault marines are always vastly superior, especially when you're fighting an Imperial Guard player who is definitely going to be weak against you using your jump marines to be able to get in there and do a bunch of damage, since those chain swords have a bunch of AP, or you can just throw the crack grenades on me and also lock me into position to make my attacks much less feasible. The Death Company, like I said, are always a great choice against the Astra Militarum. I recommend that they're actually worth to spend the points to give them the heavy flamers or the hand flamers to be able to stack up all those blood range, because if you wipe out a company of Astra Militarum, you're now got the max 5 stacks there, so that's 25 extra damage per attack, and I think they attack twice, And as long as you haven't pissed away all of their momentum by not getting into combat quick enough or leaving them with an overwatch, then by killing that squad, especially if you buff them with the lieutenants with the double momentum gains, then when they kill that Astra Militarum squad, they'll surge and be able to have another attack. So you can move them an additional square, get them into combat with a vehicle, and then attack them with a regular attack, and you should be doing, you know, upwards of 120 to 180 damage, even when it's not a rear attack, and even more damage if it is. So just keep that into consideration. That's a real strong play. And then the Hellblasters are obviously always the #1 choice with those heavy plasma incinerators against a heavily armed Astra Militarum tank column, but you got to be able to keep them alive, and then you can keep surging their overcharge because you'll have a Sanguinary Priest be able to heal, and then obviously the Sanguinary Guard, if you could get them in there to start getting some kills, that would work out great for you, because with that axe they have huge amounts of damage potential here. I think this is still a really bad matchup. I mean, yes, I definitely crushed him pretty aggressively, but I think that's just because he had kind of a bad force selection here and overextended himself in a way that allowed me to get a lot of different Overwatch attacks and really take advantage of the situation. So I don't think this is the best kind of force selection. I think parts of it are good, but now post-patch, I think the big thing is going to be bringing a Commissar with you, because when you execute one of the members of the Cadian Guard, and you know there's 10 models there, so you can do it. You can that executability 9 times. It has an AoE around the Astra Militarum unit that you're killing, and as long as it's a non-HQ unit, so like the tank commanders, the commissars, the Castellan, they don't get bonus momentum with the executions, but your tanks do, and your artillery does. So all those things can really make it to be very, very powerful for you, and that will decrease your graze amount and increase your crit chance. So that has the potential to really help you out on these kind of matches, especially if you're then giving them increased attacks for 100%. They should be able to get enough other kills that then they might be able to surge on the same time and then get another round of attacks. And if you do that, then your main cannon should get 2 shots instead of 1, because it'll be 100% attacks times 2 because you're using that weapon twice. So I think that's probably going to be the best way to try to fight off the Space Marines. But again, it's going to be tough, especially if they do have a Terminator force, because if they warp behind you and you have everybody together because you're trying to take advantage of the battle line ability, then it's going to be kind of awkward positioning, unless hopefully you have some Rugaldorns that can then pull away from the tank column and just shoot into those assault marines, because if they're the Terminators, because if you can, I think a double oppressor cannon should just about wipe them out, and if not, your follow-up side weapons will. And then obviously they'll be able to squad wipe Hellblasters and Sanguinary Guard pretty easily, or snipe out heroes, vehicles, all those kind of things. So I definitely think they're a much better force now. But in terms of our opponent, you know, he did a good job running in there and capturing a lot of points. You know, it actually pushed him ahead in terms of the strategic command points for quite a while there. But really, you'd want to be jumping in there with your intercessors there to hold the position, kind of like what he did in the middle, not with your lieutenant, who's especially your HQ unit, because for you want to be able to get to tier 2 so you can call in the assault marines to jump and start attacking my vehicles or getting back caps, or even the strafing run, for whatever reason, seems to do a surprising amount of damage to the Lehman Russ tanks, whereas it doesn't seem to on a lot of other units. But for sure against the Lehman Russes, I've had those strafing runs do upwards of like 50 damage per tank, and if you have a bunch of them in a column, they can do a strafing run. You know, 50 damage to 3-4 tanks could be a significant amount if you're in a bad situation. Then you can start chaining together some explosions and other things that may be going on there to really help you out and get additional damage. But that would be my feedback for our opponent and kind of my thoughts post-patch here. Some of my other matches here are going to start obviously being post-patch, so now you can kind of get a feel for how the Imperial Guard were playing before the patch and see why people were up in arms. And post-patch, I think you'll see that they're just a much more competitive faction to play with now, which is a good thing. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. It encourages me to post more content for you. Have a great day.